What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and today we're going to be taking a little bit deeper look at the created class system in Black Ops 3. I was able to play the game last week at Treyarch, got some first-hand experience with this created class system, and although it's pretty similar to Black Ops 2, there are some pretty notable differences that I wanted to let you guys know about. So, if you guys don't know already, Picton is returning. So, back in Black Ops 2, Picton was one of the biggest things that Treyarch brought to the table. They completely revolutionized the created class system in Call of Duty. You know, up until that point, there really wasn't a lot of customization, but with the Picton, you could choose if you wanted to load out on your weapon, your perks, your equipment, everything else. It was just crazy. And then, you know, obviously Infinity Ward with Ghosts had their own point allocation system. It was pretty crazy with all those perks. Then in Advanced Warfare, obviously we have Pick 13, and now in Black Ops 3, we are going back to the promised land with Pick 10. So it's a pretty simple setup, and it's similar to Black Ops 2 and all these other games in the fact that you choose your primary weapon plus your attachments, your secondary weapon plus your attachments, your perks. There are 3 tiers of perks with up to 6 perks available at one time with the assistance of wild cards. Then there's your lethal and tactical equipment, and then finally there's wild cards. And you know, everybody's old favorite wild cards, like, you know, perk 1, 2, 3 greed, you know, primary gunfighter, overkill, stuff like that are all returning. Now, what are the big changes here? This is where you guys need to pay attention. So on weapons, this is like, you know, a really big change. Optics and attachments are now separated. So things like red dot sights, ACOGs, the tracker sights, stuff like that, those are not considered attachments anymore. So under your like gun, after you choose your gun, there's one slot for an optic. So you put your optic in there, whether you want like a scope, a red dot sight, a reflex sight, whatever else. I don't remember exactly which sights they had available, but you choose one of those as an optic, and then you get to choose up to 5 additional attachments. And attachments are things like, you know, foregrip, long barrel, laser sight, stuff like that. So optics and attachments have been completely separated. Optics now kind of have like their own little, you know, category box or whatever you want to call it, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, you do that on primary weapons. You've got an optic and then up to 5 more spots for attachments. On secondary weapons, you've got an optic and then up to 2 more spots for attachments. So that's how that works. Now, another change that's not really a change from Black Ops 2, but it's a big change from Advanced Warfare, is that score streaks are not included in this Pick 10 system. So, you know, Sledgehammer invented Pick 13 to include score streaks in your created class setup. And their idea behind that was more customization. I see where they were coming from, and it was kind of a good idea, but in actual practice, it didn't work out that way. Like, their idea was, if you didn't want, you know, a certain perk or attachments or things like that, you could forgo those to be able to get extra score streaks and even have a 4th score streak if you wanted it. But in actuality, most people didn't do it that way. They did it the other way. Most people, including myself, completely just got rid of their score streaks in exchange for putting on extra perks, extra attachments, stuff like that. Because when you think about it, an attachment is literally always helping you. A perk is always helping you. A score streak is only helping you when you've earned it. And you aren't always going to go on a big, you know, kill streak and be able to earn it every single time. So a lot of people just found that perks and attachments were much more useful, and for that reason, you don't really see a lot of score streaks being used in Advanced Warfare. So it's not going to be like that in Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 score streaks are their completely own, like, separate, you know, kind of category or whatever that you're going to select, and everybody has 3 score streaks selected at all times. Those do not affect your, you know, kind of like points, your Pick 10 points in your created class, which is, I don't know, again, I understand where Sledgehammer was going with Pick 13, but I don't think it worked out the way they wanted it to, and I think it kind of, you know, forced you to not use as many score streaks, which I didn't like. So yeah, Black Ops 3 definitely gonna have a lot more score streaks going on in the games. Now, also something that I've seen some people asking about and stuff like that is specialists. Specialists are exactly like score streaks in Black Ops 3. They're their own entity. You don't have to use points from created class to be able to equip your specialist ability. It's kind of its own separate thing. So like when you're in a pregame lobby, you've got created class. That's where you spend your Pick 10 points. Under created class, you've got score streaks. That's where you choose your score streaks. And then under that, you've got specialists, where that's where you choose your specialist and whichever ability or weapon you want to be able to use. So yeah, there you guys have it. That is the new created class system in Black Ops 3. Hopefully this helped you guys out. Hopefully this cleared up some questions for you all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys want to know next about Black Ops 3. Feel free to leave comments down below. I've got a bunch of other videos coming soon. More videos today, tomorrow, and the rest of the week. And make sure you guys check out these 2 videos on the screen if you haven't seen them yet. Peace out, guys.